Welcome to Airforce Airguns. Today, we're going to show you how to clean your big bore air rifle and do a barrel swap. Let's get started. When preparing to clean your big bore air rifle or do a barrel swap, rule number one, make sure the air gun is empty. No slugs in the barrel. Big number one safety rule right there. Always check to make sure it's unloaded. Now, let's get started. What you're going to want to do is remove the tank for safety. Rule number two, remove tank for safety. Open the breech, roll it over, loosen the set screw, right there. Same thing, you want to go ahead and take your thumb, place it on those little teeth, and all you got to do is turn the tank. If you didn't over tighten it, it should come loose easily. Now use your fingers, loosen the set screw, tank off, set it to the side. Spin lock sleeve, pull it out, set it to the side. Now, if you want, here's a quick tip so you don't lose it. Go ahead and throw it back on the tank. That simple, that easy. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take the gun, check just again for safety, because you can look right down through the barrel. No slug, we're good. Grab your cleaning rod. No brass brushes. No harsh solvents. It is that simple. What you're going to want to do is use a dry patch. If you ever come to the point where the dry patch doesn't work, then go ahead and add just a little hops number 9. So we're going to take it from the back, slide it into the barrel inlet. We're going to go ahead and rotate this so you can see. Give it a little bit of love. Take it back and forth and you'll feel a little bit of resistance. Of course, this gun is completely brand new and clean, but you'll feel a little resistance, then pop, out of the end it goes. Do that a couple times, and what you'll end up doing is cleaning your barrel, and at that point you can look down through the barrel. That's simple, and if there's any residual residue left, go ahead and throw a little bit of hops number 9, run a patch through it one more time and a couple more dry patches, you'll be good to go. Now we're going to jump over and show you how to swap out barrels. If you have a long barrel and you want to go to a carbine, this is how you do it. Now let's get into the barrel swap. First thing you want to do is decock the air rifle. I went through this before, but let's do it again. Take a little bit of pressure on the charging handle. Once you see it move back, go ahead and grab it, push your safety forward while holding the charging handle to press the trigger. Safety first. Now that it's decocked, go ahead and remove the forearm. All right, I am going to leave the hex key in this because that's the only time we're going to need that hex key right now. Looking at your air rifle, you'll notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last but not least, number 10. Remove all those screws, lay them out so you know where they go, and we'll continue with the barrel swap. All right, now that that final screw is out, grab a hold of your end cap and barrel. Ooh, the magic is right there, I know. We're going to set that to the side, and if you ordered a carbine barrel, this is how it'll show up. Wrapped in foam and rustlic paper for protection. Main thing to consider, look where the holes are at on the barrel bushing and line it up with the holes on the gun. You'll notice there's 2 on the top here, 2 on the bottom. So what you're going to do is set it in, holes line up with that side, holes line up with the bottom. Now go ahead and slide it in, and if you can see, right in the bottom of the gun in the little holes, you can see the silver bushings slide by. And when you see both holes line up, you know you're ready to rock and roll. So, there it is. Both sides. We're going to go ahead and set one in position while we tighten the rest. Now don't tighten it all the way, but now your barrel can't come out and you're free to go ahead and install all the rest of them, just don't tighten them down yet. Once you have all the screws in place and not tightened down, you're going to start with a certain pattern. Start at the back and work your way up, starting with the bottom first, because that way it helps align the barrel for better accuracy. Just need to give it a little bit of love, like that. There we go. There we go. Now start on the side. After you get the bottom tightened, go ahead and go back to the side from back to front. You don't have to wrench them down, just pass snug. If you over tighten them, you run the risk of stripping out the screws. And that's a whole nother nightmare you don't want to get into. Okay. All your barrel bushing screws are in place. Go ahead and save the cap that came off your other barrel. Slide it into place and lock those down. Doesn't matter which order you do this. Just once you get it in there, take your thumb, put it on the cap to make sure it's seated all the way, and just snug. What this does is when you add the bottom one, it wedges it in place, locking in it so it can't go anywhere. There you go. Now you've had a barrel swap. Install your forearm. All you have to do is install your tank and you're ready to rock and roll.